Okay, y'all, it's time for another top 10 list. It's been a little while, and I've done a lot of more, informative videos on spirituality, Christianity, Christian history, the like. So now back to my roots, top 10 lists. It's been a few weeks since I've done one, and I've been thinking long and hard what would be the next best top 10 list to do that might stir a good amount of controversy. Nothing like controversy to have a top 10 list full of hot takes with. So I think most of my thoughts will probably be like, yeah, I kind of get that. But I know some of you will be like, oh man, you left out this, or no way, that's the worst, things like that. So this should be a lot of fun. So this is going to be my top 10 list of fast food burgers. And I have not eaten from a few places, so therefore a few kind of favorites might not be on the list. So I'm not going to evaluate if I haven't eaten there in my life, okay? So I'm only going to evaluate burger places based upon the burgers I've eaten. And I'm not basing it on one burger from that place. I'm basing on kind of generally the burgers that I've eaten there. And, I might share here and there my favorite one that I've had there. But it's more of a generalization. There's not one burger that makes it this spot and then all other burgers I haven't tried. It's just kind of more of a generalization of just my experiences there, the burgers there, the consistency there. And that's kind of my criteria. I've been there. I've been there enough to have more than one burger, okay? The consistency of it, the execution of the burger, and the pricing, okay? I mean, it's not too critical, right? It's not too hard. So fast food burgers basically for me is anything underneath $10, all right? And also to make it a little bit more general is I'm keeping it to fast food places that most people have been or heard of, okay? So not gourmet burger places, not specialty burger places and things like that. So the price point is underneath $10, probably $8 most fast food burgers or less. Most are around $6, or less. So keeping it to that criteria, here is the list of my top 10 burgers beginning from 10 and going to 1. And then I'm going to give you, I think I've got 3 here. Yeah, my 3 worst burgers places that I've eaten before that I try to stay away from unless there's nothing else to eat in the whole, city, okay? So my first, I'll start with 10 through 6, then I'll give you one awful burger. Then I'll do 5 through 1 and give you my other 2 awful places. Okay, so number 10, I used to go here a lot more, not growing up, but when I was in graduate school, because I lived in Dallas at the time, and there were more of these restaurants in the Dallas Metroplex area. Here, there's almost none. I think there's 1 or 2. Might just be 1 over on 71st and Mingo, or 71st and 71st and Mingo, I think. But it's none other than Fuddruckers. And Fuddruckers and their company, I think, got bankruptcy a number of years ago, and they shut down most of the restaurants. But there's still a handful that are open. I can't remember if they're privately owned or they were taken over by another company or something like that. But I'm thankful they're still open. They're good. They're good burgers. They're really big burgers, and they're pushing the price point, $8 or $9 on each burger. But what makes Fuddruckers really good is, one, they're pretty consistent. When you go there, you're getting the same quality every time. But it's the choices. You have all sorts of choices of meat. You can have a buffalo burger. You can have all sorts like deer meat, along with regular, regular beef and stuff. So the options are awesome. Secondly, when you get the burgers, there's really good varieties of burgers to choose from, and they're a little bit more gourmet-ish, okay? But it's still fast food-ish. But then you can top it off with the toppings bar, and so it's really, really, really good because of the options of the meats, the options that you can put on the burger from the toppings bar, and the consistency of the burger is really good. And they're very big burgers. You really don't need fries with this burger. That's why I think if you go to Fuddruckers, you should just probably get the big burger and call it a day and get a drink, because $8 is already pretty steep. Plus, you don't need more food probably than that massive burger. And they give you tons of different sizes. So I think Fuddruckers is kind of a burger junkie hangout. I wish there were more of them, but they're kind of in between that fast food and casual restaurant spot. So they're a little too expensive for some people. They're a little fast foodish for other people, but I think it's really, really good. I wish they was more popular and there was more of them around. So that's my number 10. Number 9, controversy. Here we go. I'm gonna say McDonald's. There's just so many people that hate on McDonald's, and a lot of it's media driven. A lot of it's like jokes, and Jim Gaffigan has a big part of that, right? But the reality, if we're really being objective here, the burgers aren't horrible, okay? The Big Mac's not really a burger. It's like 3 pieces of bread, and it's like a bread burger. You know, some people really love Big Mac, some people don't. I don't like it. I don't like the Thousand Island dressing on it. That's me. But I have always loved their quarter pounder, their double quarter pounder with cheese. I think that that is a great burger. It doesn't have much on it. You know, it's like there's like pickles on it. There's like no lettuce, no tomato. It's just beef. So if you just want just straight plain burger, I think it's pretty good. Obviously, their cheaper burgers are awful. You know, they're cheap, $1, $2. But you know, if you want two cheeseburgers for $5, I mean, it does the work. You know, it fills you up and you're good. But I actually think their quarter pounder and their double quarter pounder with cheese is pretty good. Consistently, most people I talk to that've had it, they think it's a good burger. It's a decent burger. Again, it's my 9th one on the list, so I don't have it too high, I don't think. But it's consistently the same. Every time I've gotten it in my life, it's consistently the same. It's pretty good, okay? It's not your go-to, all right? But it's not a bad burger, okay? It's definitely better than the worst burgers out there, for sure. And the beef is pretty good, you know? And again, the simplicity of it I like, consistency of it I like, and it's really not that expensive. I think it's like $4.79 or something like that for a double quarter pounder, like $3.79 for a quarter pounder. So number 9, Mickey D's. All right, number 8. This is towards the gourmet category a little bit, but it's still fast foodish. So I'm still within the $10 price point, but I'm gonna go Red Robin. Red Robin, there's one in Broken Arrow. Their burgers are awesome. Again, it's a sit-down place, so it's maybe a little cheating here, but their burgers are typically under the price point of $10 for the most part. And I like Red Robin because of the egg option you can put on. I mean, I know you could probably put an egg on almost any burger you want, but they're a little bit more known for that option, that you can put the egg on the burger and it's just really tasty. And they just kind of take more pride in the burger. You're getting a consistent presentation. Whereas at most fast food places, you know, it's like a kid, you know, is like throwing stuff on the burger. You know, it's like all uneven and stuff. And you're like having to put it back together before you eat it. You know, that's why typically people put those little sleeves on there to keep that from happening. But most fast food places, they don't do that. They just kind of put it in a box and that's it. But really, Red Robin's really good. Again, if you're going just for a burger, it's underneath the price point. The burgers are very good. They're gourmet-ish, but they're underneath the price point. And the egg option on top of the burger, I think it's just a great touch, and I think it's always been really good. It's more of a sit-down place, so it's not really fast food in a pure way, but it's still really good, still a great burger, and underneath $10. So maybe a little cheating there, but Red Robin would be number 8 for me. Number 7, I had to choose between 2 places that are known for steak burgers, Freddy's and Steak and Shake. And I think Steak and Shake's pretty good, but their burgers are so greasy. So I just couldn't put it on the top 10. They're just so greasy. Whereas Freddy's, on the other hand, they're cleaner burgers. The steak burgers, of course, are leaner kind of tasting. It's made obviously kind of from chuck, and it's not quite as fatty. So even if you get a double steak, you know, burger, it's still like not even close to being as bad for you as a normal regular full beef patty burger. It's really tasty. The ingredients they use are very, very good. The bun is really well done. They've got good hot dogs and other things at the restaurant too. Plus, they're really well known for their custard. But the burgers themselves, you know, the single, the double, they're really, really good. And you know, they don't make you feel so bad after you eat them that you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to keel over here. So Freddy's gets number 7 on my list. It's a steak burger, so it's not a traditional burger, but the steak burger option is really good if you're looking a little bit more for healthy burgers, if you can say it like that, kind of an oxymoron. But it's really good. I think most people would say Freddy's they really enjoy, and it's kind of more of a burger joint. It's a little bit like Shake Shack in that way. It's got shakes, it's got like sundaes, it's got hot dogs, it's got I think it's got they've even got salads there and chicken sandwiches. But their steak burgers are awesome. You know, they even got this one option where you can do a Chicago dog and a single steak burger and there's no fries. Like, that sounds like a better option than getting fries almost. So they're a great restaurant, and I think their steak burger is really, really on point. Never overly greasy, pretty easy and clean, and the toppings aren't overdone. It's really good, and it's, you know, fairly affordable. So always right within that $5 and $6 range of price. So that's my number 7. And lastly, for the 10 to 6, this will probably get me in some hot water with some people, and other people say, no way, man, it's actually better than that. I think low-key, Braum's has always been considered too low on their burgers. They're known, of course, with younger people for their ice cream, and you know, middle-aged people more like me for their ice cream, and older people go there for their groceries and for their breakfast. One, their breakfast is awesome. Okay, if you've not gone there before, the breakfast is really good. And it's cheap. Oh my gosh, it's cheap. And then 2, they've got great groceries. They make their own groceries. They're really, really, really good. It's a little expensive. Their milk is good. I mean, it's just a great restaurant. What's always undersold at Brahms is their burgers. Now, I'm not talking about the junior burgers, kids, students, parents. Like, the junior burgers are horrible, okay? They're meant for little kids, all right? So don't get the bag of burgers, please. They're not good at all. They're good if there's nothing to eat in the house, okay? But their normal burgers, like their 3rd-pound burgers, I think they changed it to 4th pound, unfortunately. They've got a 6th-pound burger, I think. They've got a half pound. They've got a double patty. They had a California burger a couple years ago. They had a Hawaiian burger with a pineapple thing on it. Like, they're just really good. Their beef is really good quality, and they're consistently well made, the burgers. The problem with Brahms is always their service. Their service is atrocious in most places, and it just really undercuts what they do with their food. Their food's pretty good if the service is good. But unfortunately, the execution of the burger sometimes is off because the service is so bad. So I hate that, because when you get a really good Brahms, there's been a couple I've been to in my life, they're not really consistently all around the place, the burgers are incredible. They're like, oh my gosh, this is really, really good. And you're like, I've gone to Brahms before. Why is this just now kind of hitting the register? It's because the execution at Brahms is so inconsistent, and the service and the time is so long and laborious to wait for your food most of the time, that you remember that, unfortunately, than the quality of the food. So I would say Brahms, when it's consistently good, it's number 6. And most of their burgers, from the 6-pound patty, to the half pound, and to the others, just really good burgers. And their ingredients, their lettuce or tomatoes, they're just higher quality ingredients, because there's no middleman at Brahms. They make their own stuff on their dairy farms and their farms, and they ship it directly. So they've got that 300-mile radius thing from Tuttle, Oklahoma, that they do. So there's a guarantee of freshness, and I think it's a really outstanding model of business. Just wish they could execute it a little bit better, and I think they'd be higher up, even more than 6. Okay, so 10 through 6, I've got Fuddruckers, McDonald's, Red Robin, Freddy's, and Brahms. So what's a horrible burger? Okay. This is not the worst around, but I think it's an awful burger. Jack in the Box. Some people are like, hey man, come on, Jack in the Box has got that, what is it, like their pound patty or whatever it is. Yeah, there's a couple that are okay. But y'all, there's always something weird tasting about Jack in the Box. It always has some weird aftertaste to it, right? I mean, I'm not going to go to a place that sells 2 tacos for $1. It's just really greasy, and it reminds me a lot of Carl's Jr., but worse. Carl's Jr. was just so, ugh. And their food was always so goopy, and there was 3 or 4 condiment sauces all mixed together at one time, even when you asked it not to be. And it was just so messy and gross. And Jack in the Box is a little bit like that. It always feels like they put too much mayonnaise on their burgers, and the mayonnaise is kind of soggy, and I hate it. I've tried it a couple times in my life, and they just have these weird combinations, like sourdough bread on burgers, and it's just ugh. It's just kind of gross, just in general, for me. I know some people think it's probably good. I think you're in the minority, personally. So Jack in the Box for me is just, all right. And then my next awfulest burger, and I've got one more that's just the worst around to me, for at least for me. The next awful burger for me is Burger King. I mean, the Whopper is definitely more popular on the coasts, I think, especially the East Coast, like Florida and New York and those places. In the Midwest, it's hard to find a Burger King. You know why? Because they're not good. They're not good at all. There's one actually right down the street from where I work. I never see it busy. There's 1 car in the drive-thru at all times. It's never busy. I think a lot of it has to do with the Whopper is a decent burger, but the rest of their food is awful. It just is. And when you eat their fries or eat their burger, it's always like they're putting Dr. Pepper on it or something. Have you noticed that? It's like they've got syrup or something, or some sugar condiment on it where it tastes extra sweet or something like that. And it's like putting additional sugar on almost everything. I think they do put sugar on the fries. So just in general, the burger is substandard. I mean, if you get a double Whopper or something, I'm sure it's okay if it's a really good location. But just overall, the burgers are just really substandard. They're just not very good, right? And then they started promoting a vegetable burger recently. It's kind of like, let's work on the normal one first, So just my hot take there. Burger King does not even make it close to the top 10. It's in my bottom 3. All right, next 5, I would probably say from 5 to 1, the next 3 are all about in the same category. The last 2, I think, are a different level, just in my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? It could be the burger gospel. I'm not sure. Okay, so Number 5 is Five Guys. I think Five Guys is a really, really great burger. It's awesome. Like, Ross, it should be higher than that. The problem is this, it's really expensive. You go in there and you get a normal burger or cheeseburger, it's like $8.50. Like, I have a family of 4, and it's like $30 to go to Five Guys, you know. It's just very expensive. I think their fries are amazingly good. Their burgers are very good, but you have to like split one, you know. So for me, it would be top 3 easy. If the price point would be better. It's just so expensive. I mean, the burgers are extremely thick. The ingredients are great. The energy at Five Guys is always positive. It's fun to go to. It's a great environment, I think, to eat as a family. The French fries are so undersold. They're so good. I mean, you want French fries, they give you like this massive bag of them. You can share one bag of fries with the whole family. It's a great restaurant. The food is really, really good. It's just so expensive. It's just such an expensive place to go. Even as an individual, it's $10 for a burger, you know, and a drink. It's just too expensive for me. So number 5, Five Guys. Number 4, I'm not a West Coast person. I remember the first time one of these restaurants opened in the Dallas Metroplex. It opened in Allen, Texas. I drove up there the first day it opened up. I waited for 4 hours in line for a burger. Is it worth the hype? No, nothing's worth a 4-hour wait for a hamburger, okay? But it's a great restaurant, and they do their number 1 and their number 2 and their animal style burger just to perfection. It's just consistently good every time. They do a good job with their ingredients. They're simple. They're cheap. Their burgers are cheap. You can get their number 1. It's like, I don't know, $4. I mean, it's just like really cheap when I, you know, used to go there all the time. In-N-Out. In-N-Out is a great burger joint. It's consistent. It's, for the most part, pretty quick. The ingredients are always pretty fresh. It's affordable. It's an affordable option. And they only have a handful of options to get there. So they know what they do good. They stick to that. And they just do that. You know, they don't get themselves into, here's a sourdough burger, here's a piece of chicken with pineapple. Like, you know, no offense against those other restaurants, but like, people come to burger joints for burgers. So focus on making your burger really good, you know? And so In-N-Out is really, really good. I think for me, the reason it's 4 is because there's just not enough variety. I mean, I like a little bit more variety than 3 or 4 options. And I think Animal Style is a little oversold. It's okay. It's like a combination of Thousand Island and something else. It's a little pickle-ish tasting for me, you know, and if that's kind of their best option, you know, it's not like Chick-fil-A sauce or something. So for me, it's simple, it's clean, the ingredients are good, it's affordable, and it's consistent. But there's not as many options maybe as I think some customers would like there. And you know, once you had their burger, you've had them all, kind of. It's kind of the way I think about it. So it's number 4 for me. Number 3, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with this one, but I just think Wendy's is great. I think it's a great burger. I think they're a great burger place. They are, to me, one of the best, like, traditional fast food burger places around. They're better than the other bigger chains. I think they moved into like number 3 in sales and burger sales countrywide. You know, they're a successful business. You can see even in our area in Tulsa, Oklahoma here, all the restaurants just got a makeover. I mean, they're doing pretty well financially as a company. They're just consistently very good. And there's a nice combination of it feeling like a home-style burger there, right? Without being kind of, you know, coasty, you know, coastish, like California burgers and stuff like that. But there's also a consistency of it being a little bit fresher and more gourmet-ish. There's always a good combo. And when you want to get a cheap burger, you can get a cheap burger. If you want to get a $1, $2 burger, you can get one. Any place will sell you that. But they've got these bacon burgers, and they've got these barbecue burgers, and they've got their triple, and their double, and their single, and they're so consistently good. And they just don't overdo it with the sauces. I mean, you know, most times it's got ketchup and mayo on it, or, you know, ketchup and mustard on it, but it's never like splattered all over it, you know? And so it's consistently good. I don't ever find myself really wondering what happened at Wendy's after I leave. The price point is not too high. It's not cheap, okay? But it's better priced than a Five Guys. And it's more affordable for your family. They offer tons of coupons on their food all the time. So we can go as a family and we can spend only $16 or $17 and get meals for 4 people. You know, and it's just a more affordable place. And I know this is not part of the video, but their chicken sandwiches are incredible. There's just a more balanced restaurant. They're cleaner in their presentation. They take a little long sometimes at the places you go, but they're pretty fast. But they don't sacrifice the quality of their burger for their speed. So I'm okay with it being slower as long as the food's better executed, okay? So Wendy's to me is just, I think it's just awesome. I think it's really, really good. So top 3 for me. All right, number 2. Here's where it kind of starts to separate a little bit, okay? Number 2 is Smash Burger. Smash Burger has, of course, their smash technique for the burger. It makes the burger a little cleaner, a little leaner. It makes for a little bit more enjoyable experience eating afterwards. You don't feel so weighed down by the carbs and by the fat and by the burger itself. It feels more like a sit-down meal instead of just kind of like, oh, I went to fast food. So it makes you feel a little healthier. Their fries are really good. Again, we're not evaluating fries. The fries are pretty good. They're not my favorite, but they're pretty good. But their options of burgers are awesome. They're from their classic smash to the Oklahoma and on. They've got some really cool, like, unique local takes on burgers, and that's probably particular to each area that they're marketed in. But they have a really kind of nice, like, classic menu, and then they have their local menu too. I just think that's really great. I think it shows that you're invested more into the culture, into the local area you're in. The burger has classic options, so it's still corporate, clearly, but they're consistently well done. I mean, you're not going to get a smash burger that looks like a kid threw it together very often, very often. And the price point is a little higher. It's kind of a Wendy's price, a little bit higher than the Wendy's, but it's worth it. You're paying for it being a better burger. It's a little bit more of a gourmet-ish kind of approach to the burger, and the restaurants are really clean. The employees are typically, they're a little bit more in command of what's supposed to be going on there, and it's a better eating experience, okay? So the burger is awesome. The classic smash, the double, they're all so good. And again, you don't even need the fries, but fried pickles there are killer good, okay? So that's my number 2. All right, before I get to my number 1 burger, and I think a lot of people will agree with my number 1, okay? I'm gonna give you my worst burger, okay? My worst fast food burger. Why is it the worst? Because there is more lettuce on the burger than there's burger. The burger is consistently bland. The burger has mustard on it, but you wouldn't know. If you add cheese, you can only taste the cheese. It has got to be the worst burger consistently I've ever had. I have not had a burger there in like 6 years. I'm talking about Sonic. Sonic is just consistently bad in its burgers. You have to get like one of their specialty toaster burgers to have even like a good eating experience. Their toaster sandwiches are good, but they're also like $10, okay? Their normal burgers or cheeseburgers like $2-3. They're atrocious, you know? They're consistently really thin patties. There's like goops of lettuce on it, right? Again, this is a traditional order. Yeah, you can say, well, no lettuce, no toppings. Then you got this like, you know, junior burger you're eating, right? There's just almost no pride putting it together. They put it in a sack to kind of keep it, you know, warm, but, you know, as you pull it out, it kind of falls apart as you do. You know what I'm talking about. You're pulling the burger out, and the burger basically falls apart, and you're like, I guess I'll eat the lettuce first. There's just very little pride to it. It's like you just kind of went to a big carnival, and, you know, it's just throwing burgers at people. The presentation is terrible. The quality of the food is pretty low. The burger is really thin. There's more condiments than there is beef on it. And it's just sloppy. The way it's done is sloppy. It's just a really, really awful burger. I think consistently it is always the worst. And again, I'm not going to say this is part of the evaluation, but if you've ever gone to a Sonic, timing is not their excellence area. They are the slowest restaurant I've ever been to. I mean, I've waited 15 minutes for one burger in a line of 2 people multiple times in my life. Buying the burger for somebody else, okay? So just awful, consistently awful. Should stop selling their burgers and focus on tater tots, onion rings, mozzarella cheese sticks, cheddar peppers, just their junk food. Focus on that, focus on your drinks, the things you do well. Kill the burgers off, guys. You would bless so many people. Just my 2 cents. All right, what's my number 1 burger? I think up and down the board between their single, their double, their triple, their classic, you know, options that they have that they've always sold really, really, really well. Classic burgers. They've got many different options. They have done this so well. They're a Texas-based burger place. You can add onions, jalapenos, and cheese to anything you want, and it's always worth it. It's always worth it. You're like, of course I want to do that. It's always good. The way they wrap it is perfect. They wrap it in a perfect yellow wrapping, so nothing will fall out. because they have pride in their burger. They want to make sure, but they want to make sure it's fast food. So they don't put it in some fancy little box for you to feel better about yourself. It's a burger in a piece of paper, okay? But you open it up and it's perfectly put together and it's consistently good every time. The only knock I would have on it is that it's always just a little bit expensive, I think, for most families. But if it's consistently good and the presentation's good and the ingredients are great and you always feel like that was a good eating experience for a burger, you're gonna go back, even if it's a couple dollars too high. And of course, I'm talking about Whataburger, the one and only. And that's why they're everywhere. That's why they're absolutely everywhere. So that being said, Whataburger is my number one, whether it's the single, it's the triple, the double, whatever, whether it's their home style classics. I mean, their barbecue burgers are amazing. It's definitely my number one, okay? So that being said, you're welcome to disagree. You're welcome to say my list is trash. That's fine. You're welcome to comment as much as you want. But here's my list, 10 through 1. It's Fuddruckers, McDonald's, Red Robin, Freddy's, and Brahms. And then Five Guys, In-N-Out, Wendy's, Smashburger, and then Whataburger. And the 3 worst burgers, at least in my experience, I put down as Jack in the Box, Burger King, and the worst all around is the Sonic trash burger that they sell. So that's it. Peace.